Welcome to the rugged heart of Australia, a land defined by heat, dust, and one truly iconic survivor, the red kangaroo. Standing over 6 feet tall, this marsupial is an engineering marvel of the animal kingdom.
While its powerful hind legs get all the attention, there is another limb that is equally crucial to its survival.
The kangaroo's tail is not just an appendage. It is a powerhouse of muscle and bone.
When at rest, the tail acts as a built-in stool, supporting the animal's heavy upper body. Inside, the tail is comprised of thick, interlocking vertebrae designed to withstand immense pressure. Scientists have discovered that the tail contains as much muscle power as the legs themselves. Watch closely as the kangaroo moves slowly to graze. This is where the magic happens.
It plants its front feet and then its tail firmly onto the ground. With the tail acting as a propulsive limb, the heavy hind legs swing forward.
Biologists call this unique movement Pentapedal locomotion, meaning five-footed walking.
During this walk, the tail generates as much propulsive force as the front and hind legs combined.
In this moment, it is functionally a third leg, bearing the entire weight of the animal's rear.
This method is incredibly energy efficient for foraging slowly across the landscape.
It allows them to inch forward while keeping their head low to the nutritious grasses. But the tail's role changes dramatically when the kangaroo needs to move fast.
As it explodes into a hop, the tail lifts off the ground instantly.
Now, the tail acts as a massive counterbalance to the leaning body. Without the tail's weight behind, the kangaroo would topple forward with every leap. It creates a streamlined aerodynamic form, essential for high-speed travel. Red kangaroos can reach speeds of over 35 miles per hour, aided by this balance.
Watch the tail flick to the side. It acts like a rudder to help steer mid-air. Upon landing, the tail helps reset the center of gravity for the next powerful stride. This adaptation didn't happen overnight. It is the result of millions of years of evolution.
Ancestors of the kangaroo were tree dwellers who used tails for gripping.
As Australia dried out and forests became grasslands, the tail adapted for ground travel.
It lost its prehensile ability to grip branches, but gained immense structural strength.
The tail's strength is perhaps most visible during the dominance displays of males.
To deliver a crushing double kick, the male must balance his entire body weight on his tail alone. This allows him to unleash the full force of his legs without falling over.
The tailbone and muscles are incredibly durable to withstand this sudden, violent force.
Even while boxing with their hands, the tail constantly adjusts to keep them upright.
The loser retreats, relying on that same tail to flee the scene rapidly.
Females also rely on their tails, though their build is slightly less massive than the fighting males.
The tail provides crucial stability when carrying.
A joey's tail is initially thin and lacks the immense power of the adults. They must learn through practice how to use this third leg for balance.
Play fighting helps them develop the core and endurance. play fighting helps them develop the core and tail strength needed for adulthood.
Over years, the tail accumulates muscle mass, becoming the formidable limb we recognize.
It's fascinating to think that this tail isn't just for show. It's an active, energetic limb that does as much work as the legs.
The tail serves another invisible function. It acts as a storage depot for fat.
In the harsh Australian droughts, these fat reserves can be the difference between life and death.
Surprisingly, kangaroos are good swimmers, and they use their tails for propulsion in water too.
The tail undulates side to side, helping them navigate rivers and floods.
Maintaining this vital limb is a priority, and kangaroos spend time grooming it daily. The tail is sensitive to touch, giving the kangaroo feedback about the terrain behind it. When alerted, the tripod stance allows them to stand taller to scan for dingoes.
Predators like dingoes know to avoid the dangerous kick of a balanced kangaroo.
Sometimes they will back against a tree, using the tail and trunk to prevent attacks from behind. While the red kangaroo has the most powerful tail, other macropods share this trait.
Smaller wallabies use their tails similarly, though they are lighter and more agile.
The tree kangaroo is an exception, using its tail purely for balance in the canopy, not as a leg.
But the red kangaroo remains the master of the pentapedal walk. Researchers spent years analyzing gait metrics to understand this unique locomotion. Studies involving treadmills revealed the surprising force output of the tail.
They found that using the tail saves metabolic energy compared to using legs alone.
No other animal on Earth uses its tail as a propulsive leg quite like the kangaroo.
It technically makes them the only five-legged mammals in existence.
In the blistering heat, efficient movement is key to avoiding exhaustion.
As nocturnal movers, their reliance on the tail's sensory feedback helps in the dark. Even when sleeping on their sides, the heavy tail acts as an anchor. The position of the tail can also signal submission or aggression in the mob. A dominant male often displays a rigid, controlled tail posture.
An injury to the tail can be devastating, severely hampering movement and defense.
However, they are resilient creatures and can sometimes adapt to partial loss.
Even on golf courses and roads, the mechanics of the tail remain unchanged.
On unnatural slippery surfaces, the tail's counterbalance role becomes even more critical.
The silhouette of the kangaroo, supported by its tail, is the symbol of a continent. Millions flock to see this strange, bounding animal in its natural habitat.
Understanding their biology helps us respect their space and power.
With conservation efforts, the red kangaroo continues to thrive in the outback.
As climates shift, their efficient movement will be vital for finding new resources.
Engineers are even looking to the kangaroo's tail to design better robots. The concept of an active third-legged tail is revolutionizing stability in robotics.
Yet, no machine has yet matched the elegance of the kangaroo's natural design.
Balance, propulsion, defense, and rest, the tail does it all. As the sun sets on the outback, the kangaroo begins its nightly journey. A rhythmic dance of muscle and bone that defines the Australian landscape.
It pauses, resting once more on its trusty third leg, perfectly adapted to its world.
Nature rarely wastes a limb. The kangaroo's tail is a masterclass in efficiency, proof that sometimes 3 legs are better than 2.